Hmm. I think you might be interesting. Decided. I sat myself down by the grave, and then shifted myself into a laying position over top of it. This felt weird, but I had to know. I shut my eyes and tried to think of nothing more than sleep, hoping that I could somehow fall asleep soon. And I'm not sure exactly when, but I did. For I woke up to the sound of a graceful violin. It happened again. Just like with Sunny, I woke up somewhere new. This is a theater, isn't it? It's soaked in shades of green. I've never been in a place like this before. It felt like a dream, and yet not quite. It wasn't quite a dream, right? What is this place? Take a whiff. I took a deep inhale, trying to smell what I could. Everything smelled faintly of lilies, but I couldn't see any flowers here at all, which, in my opinion, is a little sad. Such a lovely musician should at least receive a bouquet. I was in an old theater. The seats surrounding me seemed dusty. It looked as if they hadn't been sat in for quite some time. There was no one here except for me, and a violinist on the stage. I don't know if they noticed me here or not. Regardless, they continued playing. I reached out and touched the chairs, although I could see that they had a fabric covering. Did I say fabric? What the fuck did I just say? Although I could see that they had a fabric covering. They felt like anything but. The dust did not come off onto my hands, and the chairs themselves felt like dollhouse furniture. Plastic like. Fake. The sound of an elegant violin reverberated throughout the theater. The violinist atop the stage continued to play, despite the fact that I was the only one here. It was beautiful to listen to. I felt as if I could sit in one of these chairs and listen for hours. But I know I did not have that kind of time. Still, what a shame to cut off such a performance so early. I walked up to the stage, the musician's image becoming clearer to me as I did. They noticed me approaching, shifting their gaze onto me. They slowly stopped playing their violin. They placed it off to the side, expecting me to join them on the stage. So, I did. I climbed up the short stairs that led up onto the stage. The echoes creaked loudly in the huge room. The musician then gestured to an extra stool hiding just behind the curtain. I grabbed it and placed it beside theirs. Lydian Walton? The one and only. It it really is you. Well, I don't see who else it would be. You're supposed to be dead, aren't you? Yes. And I am. So it all checks out. Does it not? I mean, I guess so. Then what brings you here, my dear? Well, sleep, I guess. Sleep? That's a tad silly, don't you think? Silly? You're playing violin to an empty theater. It's not empty. You're here, after all. Well, I suppose you have a point. Wait, I'm getting off topic. I wanted to talk about... Am I really speaking to a dead person right now? I don't know. Am I? Huh? Well, no. I'm not dead. At least, I don't think I am. You don't sound sure of it. You're the one always visiting us. You think you would know by now. Me? Visiting? But I've never been here before. Well, maybe once before, but that's it. Nonsense. You're always here. I'd even say you're here more often than you aren't. I don't understand. Oh, I'm sure you don't, little flower girl. I suppose all those petals that find their way upon my stage just happen to fall from the sky. I don't follow. Silly, silly, silly. You're always bringing flowers. Do you think we don't receive them? Wait, sorry. Are you telling me when I bring flowers, they wind up here? Seems so. Then I must... I really am talking to a dead person right now. Not very quick, are you, dear? That's alright. Sorry, I just... It's very exciting to be actually talking to you. Yes, I used to get that a lot. Although, normally in a different context. This is... Wow, this is so... Wait. I'm a bit confused, though. Lydian, you... Yes? Well, it's just that... According to your tombstone and all... Yes, what about it? Well, if it's correct... You're old! Sorry, that came out a bit more brash than I meant it to. But... You died when you were in your 70s. It's true. Then, well... I guess I'm just having trouble understanding. Because you seem... Well, you look very good for your age. Very funny. But no. It's true that I died in my 70s. I just liked my looks better when I was younger. Can you blame me? I believe this was my prime. Wait, so you... Mary? And once again, I was ripped out of this strange world by a very familiar voice. Mars, what are you doing? You okay? Crova moved out of the way as I stood up on my own 2 feet, brushing the dirt off myself. Hello? Hi? No offense, but... Fuck were you doing? We have beds at home, you know. You don't have to sleep on the ground. You're not going narcoleptic on me, are you? No, it's nothing like that. I did it on purpose, actually. Why? Well, it's like... I don't know how else to say it, but... I think... Yeah? I think I can talk to ghosts. Don't laugh! I'm being serious. Yeah, no. I believe you. So, did Jasper the friendly ghost invite you over for tea, or... Croven? I really am being serious. I swear I'm not lying. If I could... Hey, come on. You don't gotta get like that. If you're serious, then I believe you. But, sleeping outside is kinda... little fucking dangerous, yeah? So, maybe, like, don't do that. Especially all by yourself. Right. Well, yo, Croven. Croven and I turned our heads to look towards the cemetery gates. Theodore and Zappara were on the other side. Theodore was waving over to us, hand high in the air. Zappara had her hands gripped tightly around the bars of the gate. She was bouncing up and down as if trying to get Croven's attention. As if we couldn't already see them. Croven turned around and walked over to the gate to talk to them, but they still didn't step inside. I followed behind, at a distance. Well. Look who finally decided to show up. Us? What about yourself? I'm always where I'm supposed to be. What you doing in here, anyways? Thought we weren't allowed in here anymore. Yeah. But I saw Mars asleep in here and had to wake her up. Asleep. She a fucking narcolept or what? Nah. At least, pretty sure she's not. She just thinks she can talk to ghosts. That's all. You're kidding. Hey! Don't laugh so loud. Can she show us then? I want to see. I don't know. Let's see. Yo, Mars. Revan called out to me. You want to show the boys what you can do? Huh? Show us you can talk to ghosts. We were gonna go to a haunted place anyways. Haunted? Yeah. We were just gonna dick around. Maybe pick up a Ouija board on the way there. But if you can talk to ghosts, then that's just as good, right? How about go fuck yourself? You sure? Yeah, I'm fine. You go have fun. Alright then. Aw, lame. Maybe next time. I watched as Krobin and his friends walked off and away from the cemetery. They didn't even make it a few steps before I felt myself shout at them to wait, and I came running up behind them. Why would you do this to yourself? Why did you do this? Fuck these bitches. Fuck all of them. Your cousin's the only decent person in this situation, but, like, he's also been kind of a bitch. So, like, right now, fuck all three of them. Just go home. Just go have an afternoon to yourself. You're just putting yourself in a bad situation. I'm not sure what prompted me to quickly change my mind and come with. I don't know. I guess I was just worried about Kroven or something. And having him think of me as a liar. I felt nervous, to say the least. Especially since things didn't end that great with us last time, and I didn't want to leave a bad impression. But I was sure as long as I stayed close to Kroven, I would probably be fine. I followed close behind as they walked, talking amongst themselves. I wasn't really tuned into their conversation, too busy caught up in my own thoughts. And then, after walking a while, we entered a much different part of the city. This area of the city was more suburban than anywhere else. There were actual, well, houses. The kind with lawns and stuff, and not just apartments. They weren't anything too special, just standard houses. I guess a house is worth it if you really value your privacy, but these areas of town always felt so out of place. And since there were only houses here, no shops or anything like that, I felt like a trespasser entering this neighborhood. Even if all we were doing was walking around. Like I said I would, I stayed close to Kroven, and I made note of the house they were approaching, and then stopped in front of. Here she is. This house. It was a bit bigger and nicer than the others on this road, had it not been for the state of disrepair that it was in. You could see the cracks in the windows all the way from the sidewalk, not to mention all the tall, unruly grass that probably hadn't been cut in ages. It looked like there was probably some sort of gate or fence at one point, but not anymore. There was nothing stopping us from waltzing right on up to the front door. This house is haunted? Well, just look at it. Have you seen a ghost here before? But hey, that's why we got you, right? I mean, that isn't really... I don't know how you're expecting this to work, really. Especially when you don't have a lot to go off. Come on, no bickering, you're wasting time. Let's just go in already. We walked up to the front door. Kroven was able to open it with no resistance at all. As soon as the door was open, an awful stench flooded out from the inside of the house. How long has this place been abandoned for? We stepped into the house, and through an archway which led us into what looked like a living room. It was in shambles, to say the least. I coughed after just a few steps inside. It felt hard to breathe, as if there was too much dirt in the air to really breathe properly. It was all very gross. Yuck. Didn't realize how fucking moist this air would be. Haven't you been here before? Kinda. Doesn't matter. We're here, so go on. Do your thing. Oh, what? The ghost thing? Duh. That's kind of what we're all here for. What she means is that we'd like to see you talk to Ghost, like you claim to be able to. Oh, right. Well, I mean, it isn't that easy. So far, I've only been able to do it when I'm asleep. And, well, you just woke me up a little while ago. Oh, come on. I'm sure you could do it. You have to at least try. We didn't drag you all the way out here for nothing. But we don't even know if this place is even haunted. What if it's just a waste to begin with? Well, there's only one way to check that then, isn't there? Still, like I said, I just woke up, you know? I know I'm usually pretty good at, like, just falling asleep wherever. But I don't think I can fall back asleep this quickly after waking up. Robin, can you sing a lullaby? Fuck no. You do it. Crow, you know my singing voice isn't as angelic as yours. Mars, would you be able to fall asleep if I sang a lullaby? Oh my god, oh my god, oh my god. Crowboy's gonna sing for us, haha! Fuck you. It's not for you. Robin seemed embarrassed. Lay down on the couch. I'll try singing for you. I did what he asked of me. Everyone was already here, and I didn't want to let anyone down. Besides, it couldn't hurt to try, right? I laid back into the old couch and closed my eyes, hoping that it wouldn't break beneath my weight. I heard Croven's friends begin to giggle amongst themselves as Croven cleared his throat, readying himself to sing to me. I must admit, I almost giggled myself when I heard him start to sing. Mary had a little lamb. Of course. Although, I'm not sure I would describe his voice as angelic. It was actually pretty nice to listen to. The only songs he usually sings along to are loud punk ones, so it was a nice change of pace. And despite how dank the air was, and how itchy the sofa felt, I actually did end up finding myself drifting off to sleep. Suddenly, I was awake, and I was in the bathroom of the old house. Did it work? Was I in the same realm as the ghost again? Then maybe this house really was haunted after all. Hello? I called out into the house. No response. I guess I'd better look around then. I got up from out of the tub, careful not to slip on my way out. I exited the bathroom and into the hallway. Looking down it, this house seemed a lot bigger on the inside, even though it seemed big enough on the outside already. I hoped I wouldn't get lost as I started to look around. The hallways were long and almost a bit disorienting. I had no idea what floor I was on or where the staircase was, or any idea on how to get back to the entrance, but if I was here right now, surely there was someone's ghost that I could talk with, right? I'll find my way around, but where should I look for them? It's a bunch of fucking doors. Go to the window. I looked out the window to try to get a better gathering of where I was. Besides, it was probable that the ghost would be standing outside too, maybe in a garden or something. I wiped the dust off the window, coughing a bit as it came off and into the air. I cupped my hands to the glass and peered outside. It was still pretty hard to see much, but it appeared as if I was at least on the second floor of the house. I didn't see anybody outside though. Ghosty, where are you? Broken door. I noticed there was a door that had been broken off its hinges. It was placed precariously in front of the doorway it belonged to, so that it still covered it, but wouldn't topple over. I walked over to it and grabbed the door with both hands. I lifted it up and then gently brought it to the side, I peered into the now open doorway. Little light from the windows leaked through, but it was enough to see with. There was an old metal frame, single bed on one end of the room, and an old desk on the other. Other than that, there wasn't much else. And there was no ghost either. Placed the door back in front of the doorway the way I had found it. Such a good Samaritan right there. Crystal knob sounds very interesting. I approached the door with a large crack across the front. I went to go reach for the knob. There is none. It looks like it had fallen off some time ago. I tried to push the door open, but it wouldn't budge. I leaned over and peered into the hole where the knob should be. Nothing. Or, rather, it is too dark to see anything. Oh well. I looked towards a door at the end of the hall. It was slightly ajar. I walked over to it and opened it all the way. I looked inside the room. There was a bookshelf with hardly any books, and a worn-down cozy chair to sit and read them in. But no ghost. I closed the door all the way this time, and I left it alone. I approached a door that had a crystal knob on it. None of the other doors I had passed had something like this. It must have led to a special room. I grabbed the knob of the door. The crystal felt cool on my hand. I turned the knob, but the door wouldn't open. I tried again, but it still would not open. I decided to just give up on it. I did not want to force it open. Besides, if it was locked, that probably meant I wasn't supposed to be in there anyways. I kept looking, but the place seemed completely empty. What was I going to do? Surely I'd be waking up soon. And when I did, I'm sure the others would be expecting to hear about what I found. Should I just make up a story of a ghost I met here? I mean, they wouldn't know the difference if I did, right? It seemed like that'd be my only option until... Footsteps. There was someone here after all. I heard them run away from my direction. Wait, come back! I followed after them. The direction they ran to. It led me to a door. When I opened it, there was a staircase behind it, leading upwards into what looked like an attic door. Climb? Well, there's only one thing to do here. I climbed up the stairs and opened the attic's sole door. Upon reaching the top, I was confronted with another open doorway. Light was leaking through it. Was there a window up there? I walked closer, turned the corner, and then... Take them down. I have to. Whoever you are. I took a step forward and reached my hands. Boo! So she's a bitch ghost. I stumbled backwards and fell onto the floor. Dude! That was so fucking funny. Oh my god. You should see the look on your face right now. I got you so good, dude. Sniff. Aww. Whoa, I started to sob. Bawl. Quite loudly. And embarrassingly. The partner tried to talk to me, but I was too wrapped up in my own tears. I heard heavy thumps and faint, "Hey, what's going on?" as Crobin and Theodore found their way up to the attic to meet us. When they saw me, both of them seemed shocked and upset, and quickly diverted their attention to Zappara. Hey, what the fuck happened? The hell did you do to her, Zappara? It wasn't even anything. I just pretended to hang from the noose, and gave her a little spook when she got close. She's the one making a big deal of it. Dude, what the fuck? Not cool, dude. That wasn't the prank we agreed upon, asshole. You think you could just do whatever the fuck you want? Yeah, I do. Because I can. Ugh. This shit's fucking stupid. I didn't do anything that bad. Bullshit, you didn't do anything that bad. Too fucking far, Zap. Ugh, whatever. Do you want me to say I'm sorry? Is that all you- Leave me alone! Mary, wait! I ran out of the attic. In fact, I ran all the way out of the house and kept running down the street until I got back to the more familiar areas of the city. Tears blurred my vision, but I kept running. I think I was just being fueled by my emotions at this point. I didn't want to think of any of them. Enough is enough. I tried so hard to be nice, be polite, be their friend, but it is clear to me now that that could never happen. I could never be friends with people like this. People like... And to think Croven continues to be friends with them. It's no wonder he's been so mean to me lately. And as all this was going on in my head, I still kept running. And running and running and running until I bumped into somebody. Whoa. Everything alright? That voice. Reginald? Are you okay? Huh? Oh. Sorry, I would get out of your way. Well, wait just a minute now. You seem awfully worked up. What happened? No, it's okay, don't worry about me. Not worry. Look at you. You're a mess. Sorry. That probably wasn't the right word of choice, but you're clearly very distressed. Do you want to talk about it? No, it's fine. I'll just go home. Mary, would you come with me? Huh? Why? Well, I was actually on my way to a little place that calms me down. But I think you could use a trip there too. Oh, no, that's okay. Please, you really don't have to worry. I'll be fine. I would feel a lot better if you came with me. Please? Alright, I'll come with. Reginald gave me a soft smile after I said that. Thank you. I very much appreciate the company. Follow me. Even though he said, follow me, Reginald grabbed me by my wrist and began to guide me down the sidewalk. I was a bit confused on the direction we were going, though. It's this way? I didn't think there was much of anything on this road. Well, it's a bit of a secret, but that's part of what I like about it. If it gets too popular, then that'd ruin the very peaceful atmosphere they have. I think it's better if less people know. But I can trust you not to tell anyone about it. Oh, alright. I kept walking with him, and eventually we reached a more desolate area of the city. There was no one walking the streets, and all the windows of the buildings we started to pass were all dark. No one had any of their lights on. There were no cars in the street either. It was strangely barren around here. Say, what street are we on again? Are you sure we're going in the right direction? Yes, no need to worry. We're almost there. Okay. Then, at a certain point, Reginald stopped walking. He looked down into a dark alley, and then walked into it. Well, aren't you coming? I felt pretty weird about walking down into an alley, with no one around, on a street I'm unfamiliar with, but he was waiting there for me. Get the fuck out of there. Given the recent events, I was going to say that I would be heading home instead, but Reginald popped out from the alley once again and said, "What are you waiting for? It's this way." He grabbed me by the wrist again and pulled me inside. He brought me to a door with a shiny and golden handle. It looked brand new. It missed the grime of the alleyway. He raised a finger to his lips as if to say, "Shh." And then he opened the door. Oh my. It was a coffee place. And it was adorable. Pretty string lights were hanging from the walls and ceiling, and calm music played throughout. There were decorations of intricate tapestries and an addition of some rugs to soften the hard concrete floor. There were very few people, and they hardly made any noise as they spoke, as if they were in a library or trying not to disturb anyone else. Not to mention the aroma. Even if I don't like the coffee, I can't deny how pleasant the smell is. All of it together. It felt magical. See? I told you it was nice. This place seems so delightful. However did you discover it? That's a secret. But maybe I'll tell you one day. We stepped further into the building, Reginald closing the door behind us. Then I followed him to the counter, and he asked what I wanted. "Oh, don't worry, I can pay for myself." No, please. I insist. Consider it a thank you for accompanying me. Are you really sure? Positive. Reginald ordered himself a coffee, and I asked for a hot chocolate for myself. I felt a little silly ordering it, but the barista didn't seem to care at all. Even when I asked for marshmallows. After we got our drinks, Reginald and I plopped down on an empty couch in the building. You got a styrofoam cup? Paper, actually. And no worries, it's recyclable. I think the mugs they offer here are cute and better for the environment. But, well, how do I put it? I'm just particular about using the same things as other people, that's all. I believe they even allow you to bring your own mug, but that's a little silly, isn't it? To bring a mug from home? Because I would still need to wash it afterwards. And I'd look absolutely absurd carrying a mug down the sidewalk. You've got a point there. Anyways, are you feeling any better? Oh, who? Me? Yeah, I guess so. I'm not crying anymore, so that's a good thing. I think... Thank you again for bringing me here. No need to thank me. I'm just glad you're feeling better. But, if it's okay to ask about now, what had gotten you so upset in the first place? Well, I guess it's okay to talk about. Especially since you wouldn't know these people anyways. Where do I start though? Well, I spend a lot of my time with my kinda cousin, and I recently met his other friends. I told Reginald all about what had happened since I first met them. I don't know why. It was like I had to start with one thing, but then that led into all the other things too. I told him about how intimidating they were when I met them, and about how they disrespected the cemetery, and about the incident that happened with them just today. Already, I was trying to block it from my memory. And Reginald listened, nodding along as I talked. It felt nice to have someone listen to me. And then I ran into you on the sidewalk. Now we're here, I guess. Sorry for going on like that. I just wasn't sure where to begin. Or end. Why are you apologizing? I'm actually very happy you told me. It's not good to always let things weigh on you. You know, Mary, I must admit, I'm not at all a violent person. But oh, I wish I could teach those dolts a lesson right now. Where do they get off thinking that kind of behavior is alright? No, it's okay. I won't hang around them anymore. But at least I tried, right? That's all you can do in this life. Try. But, yes. Don't worry about people like that. They clearly can't appreciate a good thing even when it's right in front of them. Thank you. That's very sweet of you. And it means a lot to me, too. Just then I had received a text message. I took out my phone. Roven had messaged me. Mary, where did you go? You're not at the cemetery. At least, I don't see you here. I don't want to see you right now. Actually. I put my phone away without responding to him. Oh. Oh. Reginald, are you busy? Hmm? No, not really. I was planning to run a few errands, but it's nothing that needs my immediate attention. Why do you ask? Can I come along? You want to run errands with me? Yeah. I don't really feel like going home. At least, not right now. Well, if you're certain, you're more than welcome to come along. I would more than appreciate the company. Thank you again. I spent the rest of the day helping Reginald with his errands. It wasn't anything too big. We bought some stuff from the hardware store, things he needed for a bit of DIY car repair. Wrenches, screwdrivers, antifreeze, oils, but nothing too big to carry. I also helped him pick up a few groceries. He was running low on milk and eggs, but he picked up some strawberries too, before they go out of season. It wasn't anything too exciting, but it was nice to be able to do something simple with him, and enjoy completing these simple tasks. With someone who wasn't trying to trick me or make me cry. Before we knew it, it started to get dark. I told Reginald I ought to get going. Get home safely then, alright? I promised him I would. And then went to catch the next bus home. Well, at least my day wasn't completely bad. Or at least that's what I thought initially. But once I made it home and opened the door to the cabin, someone was waiting there for me. And he was not happy. About fucking time you got home! Where the hell were you? You didn't answer any of my fucking texts? Of course I didn't. I'm mad at you. You're mad at me? I'm the one who's supposed to be mad here. Do you have any fucking idea of what could have happened to you? It can't be any worse than what you and your friends did to me. Ugh. Is this really what this is about? Get the fuck over it, Mary. Fuck you. You all just wanted to make fun of me. Stupid bitch. You all just wanted to make fun of me. Seriously? It's not like I can fucking control every little thing they do. Yeah, but you can at least step up and say something. Christ. You should know how they are by now. Besides, what they do isn't my fucking fault, so I don't know why the fuck you're getting so fucking mad at me. Because you let them do it. You never say anything. Maybe they'd stop if you didn't keep letting it happen. Hey, don't start turning this back on me. Maybe if you weren't such a sensitive crybaby, we wouldn't be having this problem. You're making fun of me again, literally, right there. There you go, making fun of me again. Don't you have anything better to do? Oh, give me a goddamn break. You know, maybe that's why you're so mean to me lately. Huh? Come again? Fuck is this supposed to mean? Hanging around such awful people? No wonder you've become such a bad person. Oh, really now? That's how you feel? No. It's not. Yeah, it's definitely how I feel. I don't know at what point you stopped, but you definitely aren't a good person anymore. I don't know who this person is, but the Croven I know would have never been so cruel. The Croven you know ain't that rich. Let me tell you something. The Croven you knew died with the other fucking Corvisons? Is that his last name? Corvison? Croven! You can't say that! Ugh, I'm so fucking over this already. If you really hate me that much, why are you even still here? I can't believe this shit. I didn't mean any of it. I'm sorry. Then maybe I should just leave, if that's how you feel. Maybe you should. And take all your stupid fucking baggage with you. Robin stormed off after that. I went the other way. I marched upstairs. Felt like crying all over again. But I think I used up all of my tears for the day. I was going to text the number again. Because, well, it's what I always do before I go to bed. But when I opened my phone, I was surprised to see I had a few messages from someone else. It was Twyla. I hadn't really seen her since that night at the club. Hey, Mary. I know it's late, so I don't blame you if you're already in bed. But I figured I'd ask you anyways, since it's not overly time sensitive. I'm going to be at the library tomorrow, looking for anything I can find that might help with our town's little problem. I figured you could come and help me research if you're up for it. Yeah, I could come help. I think that's a really great idea. I'll be sure to be there, first thing tomorrow. Well, I don't know if I'll be there that early, but I'll be sure to see you there. I had agreed to meet with Twyla. Maybe part of me did it in spite of Krobin, but it'd be a nice distraction, I think. A distraction from all the bad stuff that had happened today. And I wouldn't have to think about it tomorrow.